As you all just heard from the president, he today authorized the largest release from the Strategic Petroleum Reserve in American history, 1 million barrels a day for 6 months. And I just want to give you a little bit of context. First, the Strategic Petroleum Reserve itself is our national asset to deal with emergency supply disruptions in energy markets. There's currently 568 million barrels in the reserve, which is actually in 4 locations across southern Louisiana and Texas. And the president authorized this reserve under his extraordinary emergency powers associated with supply disruptions, which we have seen in the market are associated with Putin's unjustified actions and the reaction from the United States and allies in the world in no longer purchasing Russian oil. The scale of the release is unprecedented, so 1 million barrels a day, and the duration is also unprecedented, 6 months. The duration was really designed and calibrated to operate as a bridge, a medium-term bridge, to the period where we anticipate and expect U.S. production to come back online. The most estimates based on commitments by companies are that we will see an additional 1 million barrels a day from U.S. industry by about the end of the third quarter of this year. So the time period operates as a bridge until then. And the amount, 1 million barrels today, is unprecedented but feasible based on the technical capabilities of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve itself. We also know there is significant demand in the market. We are operating in a supply-constrained market. That is the core challenge that is driven prices up. But we saw, for example, the last sale that the Strategic Petroleum Reserve conducted was oversubscribed by about 2.5 times. So there is demand out there in the market. The last thing that I would say is that a very important element of the president's announcement today was that the president authorized the sale, but also the commitment to repurchase oil. And that will happen in coming years at a lower price. And that's important for 2 reasons. One is it provides that bridge to during this period of extraordinary supply constraint. But it also provides stability to the market in the future that there will be a buyer to purchase oil at a lower price. And it also allows us to actually maintain and increase the resilience of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve over the long term. We will be refilling the reserve, and if we're buying at a lower price, we'll actually be in a position to refill at more barrels ultimately. So the current 568 million barrels will come down, but then we'll go back up, and that's how the reserve functions.